Welcome to Never Done Projects. I hope you enjoy. Well, hey,
Okay, I wanted to explain why I started my YouTube channel. I've got so many thoughts in my head that thoughts and stories that I want to tell everybody, and I just want my story to get out there, to the things that's happened to me in my time and been on this earth and everything, and I just wanted to tell the stories and the events that's happened, and I guess what made me me. That's why I started my channel, and it's no disrespect to anybody that's involved in the stories that I tell or the things that I do. If you take it as a negative thing, it's not. It's things that's happened to me. I've learned from them, and I've grown, and I just want to explain and get my story out there to everybody. So I ask you to watch and kind of see my life and like I said, why I'm who I am and the things that I went through, because the truth is usually a lot better story than any story that's made up. So stick around and hit the subscribe button and follow me and see just what kind of life these 54 years have been to me. So, like I said, like and follow, and thank you. Alright, story time. Got to think about this motorcycle incident I had when I was young. We had this track back behind the houses we all rode in, and about 3 or 4 of us up there running and riding and racing and carrying on. I don't know, something was wrong with my motorcycle, but anyway, I was on the back of one of my friend's motorcycle, and he had a XR80, and my buddy couldn't keep up because I was on the back with him. So I told him, I said, tell you what, I said, when you get up there to the main trail, our main trail was a lot wider. That's where most of the passing done when we were racing and everything. You know, once we hit that main trail, we could go around each other. And anyway, I told him, I said, when you get up that main trail, I said, you just slow down. I said, I'm going to jump off, and that way you can catch up and keep up with everybody. So we come up there and rounded the curve there, hit that straightaway there at the main trail there. And I told when he slowed down, and when he did, I reached down between my legs and I pushed off the seat and I jumped off the motorcycle. And I don't know what happened, how it unfolded, but somehow or another my right leg caught the back wheel of his motorcycle and wrapped me up into the back of the motorcycle. And I don't know, it drug me 50, 75 foot maybe. I mean, it seemed a lot longer at that time, but anyway, I didn't have no broken bones or anything like that. He got stopped, and everybody else stopped, and they helped me get untangled out of the back of that motorcycle. And they checked me out, and I had a little scuffs and bruises on me. And they helped me down to the house. We walked down to the house. Well, they helped me down to the house. Anyway, I got in the house there. Now, like I said, nobody called anybody. I assume one of the friends told their mom, and I don't know, it was probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, all heck broke loose. Sounded like the car come flying in the driveway, sliding around, and I was trying to get up to see what was going on, and it was my mama. She was at work, and she come barreling through the door there, and she was like, heard that I'd got drug behind a motorcycle, and I was all tore up and everything. She needed to take me to the hospital and all that. And she checked me out. I mean, everything was fine, but I just want to let you know, if your mama is a hairdresser, there is nothing, you cannot hide anything from your mama if she's a hairdresser. The word will get around, I promise you that. Y'all have a good day. Same video I did. Oh God. Hello everyone. I want to tell y'all something. I had this idea, and I thought, Lord,
Well, is this today or is this a year ago?
Lord, I have come a long way. I'm just telling y'all, when I was telling that story that y'all just watched, I didn't know what to do with my hands. I had my hands moving, and I stuttered. I still get brain farts and forget what I get things going on and go different ways. And I do get long-winded on this, and I probably will this one.
Well, you know what they
But I want
say,
to
brain
tell y'all,
farts stink.
I want to tell y'all, thank you from the bottom of my heart. In all seriousness, I did start the channel to get my story out. And as it started rolling, we've got over on this. One of my major dreams from the minute I wanted kids was to do what I'm doing right now. The day I walked out of the hospital, when we found out I was having a boy, it was just, I was ecstatic. I was like, my dream's here. And then we went through life, and that 4-letter word I told you, and then all my dreams basically went out because I went to being a worker, a father, a husband, and all this happened, and I wouldn't change it, but everything I wanted to do kind of went on a back burner. And I don't want to take credit for what the boy's done, because he's done awesome, but I feel the way I raised my kids is why they're who they are today. And I will have to say, he has helped me start something that has been my dream as long as I can remember. So when I tell y'all I have stories, this is part of it. This is one of my dreams of what you see going on here. We have went from a 24 by 24 building up there, working in the rain with a tarp over it and junk everywhere, and that was just the way we did. We've always made shit work. Excuse my language. We've always done it. But now Randy has given me the opportunity for us to live our life. And I'm telling you, when we're out there in those cars, I got to go one time Saturday night. Yes, I enjoyed it, but I enjoyed just as much watching my kids out there and them enjoying it too. So, with the bottom of my heart, I want to tell every one of y'all the 1,500. I think we lost 2 subscribers last night, so 1,584.
It's 1,584 people.
Yeah, we lost 2 last night for whatever reason. I don't know, but
It'll
if I
be
said
okay.
something, I would say I'm sorry, but that's just what you see is what you get with me. 1,584 of you have come on and liked and watched. I've met a lot of good people. And I'm telling you right now, we just spent 23 hours leaving here, going to Ohio, Sydney, Ohio, meeting a group of guys
That we've never met outside of just chit-chatting on the internet.
Never met. We drove all the way up there. We drove 8 hours to get up there, 7 hours to sit
9
there.
hours up there.
Huh?
We spent 9 up there. We got up there at 2. Well,
8 and 8 is 16. 8 times 3 is 24. And we come back in 23 hours.
okay, so yes,
So
7
8
hours.
driving up there, 8 driving back, and we spent 7 hours up there.
Okay, you're right.
So, I'm telling you, I would do it again tomorrow. If the man come on here, called Randy, text Randy, me or whatever, and said, hey, I want to do this again, I would leave Friday morning and do it again. I have really enjoyed what this and these cameras has given me. Randy's bought this building, and
Well, if it wasn't for these cameras, we definitely would have never bought this.
Well,
if
now,
it wasn't for these cameras, we would have never bought those.
No,
we would have
exactly.
never bought Black Betty.
But now when he says that, he is saying that about those cameras have pushed us. We've not received a dime off of anything.
No.
We have just taken our mind and we put our mind to something that we are fulfilling. We started this a little over a year ago.
We started it at the end of November of 2023.
This is probably the only thing that we have jumped on and started and really jumped on and took off with.
Well, there's
but
been
now when I say that, we've got the 2 Camaros, we got Black Betty,
we got 3
the orange
Camaros.
truck. Yeah, I forgot about the orange Twisted Sister.
We got 3 Camaros, the square
Camaros.
body, the red truck, the orange truck. I mean, we got the Toyota, Justin's truck.
And we've got all these that we've got going on, and as much as I give them a hard time, and 2 full-time jobs. That in itself, what I just told y'all, was 2 full-time jobs, or 2 for me and 2 for him, not even including the editing.
Yeah, the YouTube, and we're really bad about keeping up on Instagram and Facebook. But you start figuring out YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. That's a whole nother full-time job, especially whenever you start editing these things.
He's way ahead of me, and I watch him when he's doing his editing, and I want to learn part of that. But at the same time, and like I said, I get long-winded, but at the same time, I'm living it. I would not change anything in the world to make it. The only thing, let me rephrase that, the only thing I would change is my other 2 kids were here helping me.
The Justin's friends that come with him on Saturday to Caraway, I think they're going to light a fire underneath his hind end.
Because I think something was said about wanting to know why they hadn't been coming here, because they did and I'm sorry, my nose is running, please forgive me, but they played here, and I think there's 30,000 bullets. I think they used a quarter of those 30,000 shooting around
1,000, give or take, goes into those little containers that go on top of the gel blasters. And there was 3 of them. They come back, and 2 of them are empty, and 1 of them is just about empty.
Look at that. Well,
and
that's 3,000. And I did throw the number out of 30,000. I'd have to look at the box.
It's a 10,000 thing?
Well,
so 30%.
So it's...
so let me explain this to y'all. This was 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And these are grown kids. Like they're
all over 18.
Yeah, they're technically adults. And they show up. And now, granted, I think I might have started something because I opened the door and started shooting them. I mean, I would never do such a thing. And then after that, they wanted to do it. Well, we made sure they all had safety glasses on, and they wanted to go run around outside.
Well, it was cold, and that's the reason why. One of the reasons we left Caraway is the time we did, because it was getting cold.
And there was 2 babies with us, and people were starting to get a little crazy.
And like I said, that's what I said earlier. And I'm not trying to take anything away from everybody, because everybody was out there having fun. Everybody is there to enjoy.
There comes a point where the fun turns into people are in danger.
Well, and I don't really know that people were in danger, but I can, as being an older person, I'm looking and thinking, this has got a potential. But so anyway, that's why we left. And again, he's talking about they come over here. And
they started running around outside. Now, mind you, we put a light. It's right here above the door, and it looks like daylight right in front of the door. Everywhere else, right now at about 7:30 at night, is pitch black. You see nothing. Now, so they're wanting to run around outside and blast each other with gel blasters. Well, next thing you know is we didn't even hear them come back in. We're in there editing a video, and next thing you hear, bam, 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 ow, my hand.
They're in here playing. And again, like I said, it's one thing that leads to another. And us making a little conversation kind of like this right here about the building, about the wall, all day today I've been thinking I got to get on the internet. I got to find where I can find me a piece of steel that's 40 foot long. I can go in.
So do y'all want to hear something that's absolutely crazy? Is the fact that up in the weld shop is a I-beam that's what would you say, about 3 foot thick, that goes across.
Oh yeah, it's up there.
And now, I mean, that's probably to like lift the rear end of trucks to do the recaps back in the day.
I would say.
But in the same token, you take the top 3 blocks here and you run an I-beam all the way across. You take the shiplapping, you take the 2x4, and you take the metal along with these metal struts. I don't think we have to worry about this being supported. The biggest problem is right here where the insulation is, right onto the other side.
Now this ain't quite as high, so it'd be a little bit harder to put a lift. I was thinking of putting a lift back here.
Well, it's about a 2 foot drop, and the problem you're going to have back here is, excuse the mess, these. Now, before you say, I'll just get rid of them, They're airlines is in the concrete, but there's still options. But hey, listen, we just wanted to do this and
we got off on something totally different. And like I said,
this is going to be a premiere for Friday. I'm gonna try for 12 p.m. If y'all are watching this, that means it's on a premiere. Again, we want to tell every one of you thank you. We got a chance to converse with a lot of people.
a lot of great people,
and we're meeting people that have the same thoughts as us, like
like-minded people,
like living the dream.
Yeah.
It's father and son.
Well, and again, Randy said something the other day. He said, you know, if you hang around with 5 millionaires, you'll be the sixth one. If you hang around with 5 dopeheads, you'll be the sixth one. So if I hang around with 5 like-minded people
that are doing YouTube, they're doing the right thing, they're doing good things, they're doing good work, you think we're going to do bad stuff?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You got one, doing fab work. You got one doing body work with the painting.
Multiple people.
I say that he's doing more than that. He's really turning the wrenches over there. Then you got the motor guys. What is that? I'm not good with names. I'm sorry.
Grease Spot, Adam. He's doing his motor.
I'm talking about the ones that's got the building the motors up there with the wing on the S10.
That is living the dream. That's
living
Brandon.
the dream. I'm sorry because I'm world's worst with names and everything. But
I'm the world's worst. If I'll put the video on and I'll forget to comment, but I will like them.
Again, like I said, everybody that we're surrounding ourselves with, so to speak, and hopefully they're thinking the same way about us, is dealing with vehicles
and
cars, trucks.
They're all very smart. They're all really good at what they do.
Well, I'm pretty dumb, but I'm gonna live up to y'all.
Yep. Well, you take a look at what we've done. Yes, we've done a lot of amazing things. We swapped an engine the wrong way in a Camaro in 3 days.
Yeah, they said you can't do it.
We did it.
They're wrong. You can do it.
Now you're gonna mess up part of your firewall.
And we might have find out when we start to do the next one, because he's done sent me another car that we could actually make a better car than what we got Twisted Sister.
It's a 4th gen, messed up motor, T56 T-top.
T-top. Now, I kind of like the convertible. I just don't like the idea that they changed the front end on it. We got a lot we got to figure out on that car. But we do have another motor.
Yep.
We just have to.
We got to rebuild one.
What'd you just say? We got to talk to Brandon and them about getting some motor work done.
Yeah, we need to talk to them. But hey,
I'm up for a trip now. I just told you.
We went to Ohio for a live. We'll go to Georgia for a live and some motor work.
And yeah, I don't think I won't.
But I mean,
now I would like for it to be a little warmer than it was. You know, I want to go back to Ohio when it's not cold.
Well, then we might not want to go back. I think it's always cold up there.
No, it ain't always.
Yeah, but no, we got off on a tangent again. Sorry, everybody. But again, I don't know what possessed me to do it. I'm sitting there editing this video, and as you saw, the beginning section was cut up, and it was a bunch of sections of our burnout. Well, as you saw, I did it in reverse. I even reversed the music, and
that's when the idea come up about doing one now, because he put it in. He, as you see, put it in there about the me up here nervous working my hands.
Well, he says, "What's the first video we ever uploaded?"
Mm-hmm.
And so I quickly went over to YouTube Studio and figured out that the tractor was the first one. But the question that I think he wanted to ask: what's the first video we uploaded where we actually talked?
Yeah, because like I said, now I still. My mind's thinking faster than my mouth to put the words out, if you can believe that or not. But I don't get stumbled up near as quick as I was.
And if you ever go back to those videos, okay?
Matter of fact, I got one in the trailer where I was telling about a dog.
Yep.
About a dog
getting run over by a train.
Might need to put that in there.
We'll see. You ever go back and you watch these videos, you'll notice he's the only one in them. I'm not. And if you ever go back and look at them, I'm not asking you to go watch them. If you want to, you can. They're on there. We're not going to get rid of them. But you ever go back and look at them, check the description. Because the description tells the whole story. I typed out paragraph after paragraph. Now, I didn't type it out as me.
No, he typed it out as me.
I typed it out and I talked about myself as the oldest son.
Yeah. Now again,
when we started this, we started it as I started it. I wanted it to be what it is right now. He started it because he got tired of me jaw-jacking about it, and he went and done it. And in his mind,
It was
me.
his. It was his
And that's
thing.
the reason why he wasn't in them, and he wasn't doing it, because he did it for me. And that is not what I wanted. Matter of fact, we had this conversation, and he said that same thing. And I said, no, this ain't my channel. This is our channel. This is what we do.
And now you look at it, and again, it was a simple video.
And like you said, he says, let
don't
go.
you take my camera.
Let go.
Don't you take my camera.
Let go.
No, the cameraman never
I
dies.
said let go.
You hit me in between the legs, I'm probably going to punch you in the mouth.
Let go.
No.
Now, he said I'm always in it, so now he's in it. Talk, Chemo.
Chemo.
Chemo Sabi.
That's King Wasabi.
I said talk.
I am. But anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Again, for 1,584 people has subscribed to us. Yes, we've lost some over the years, or the year. We've lost
Years.
some over the months.
I can't wait till we're able to say that.
Yep.
I don't want to wish my life away though, but no telling where we'll stand.
We've lost plenty. We will gain them back. We have lost plenty of watch hours. We have lost 500 watch hours because of one video. And that one video, I wish I could recreate it. I wish I could recreate the success off of it. It was the square body known as Black Betty, episode 1. It was the first video we ever did that we really invested something in it besides just sitting in front of the camera and talking. I didn't even think it was that good of a video.
And the truck was bought for the channel. That's what.
It
Now,
was the first official project of Never Done Projects.
and it was bad enough that at the time I didn't have the money. He bought and paid for Black Betty. Black Betty's not mine, just like this channel, but he says it's ours.
It's ours. It's our channel's thing. I messaged the guy on Facebook. It is a 1978 GMC K15. Regular cab, of course. Short bed, four-wheel drive. Lifted 2 inches. I messaged him. He said it needed a flex plate.
I think it's the first thing he's bought without me.
It is.
I just went with him to pick it up.
I went and looked at it. It was down in Mooresville towards Charlotte. I went and looked at it.
I didn't go with him to look at it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I might have passed this place. I don't know. But I went and looked at it. I gave the guy the money for it and said, I'll be back tonight to pick it up. And I called Daddy on the way back and said, I think I just bought a truck.
He thinks.
I just handed him the money and we just did the title paperwork. And again, the truck's 1978. I have the original title from where it was released from the bank to the owner from 1982. So he financed the truck for 4 years. I had the original little rectangle title. Whenever I walked into the DMV, the lady looked at me like I had 3 heads coming out of my shoulders, and she's like, I don't know what to do with this. I'm like, crap. I just bought this truck because I want to drive it. Now, keep in mind, I've drove it 100 yards and a wheel fell off, but that's neither here nor there. That was the spacer's fault. And
And it will still loosen up, but we do have new studs and lugs to do it.
We got new lugs. I need to fix the front spacers, drill them out and everything.
Another thing we do, we buy a bunch of parts and
then
we
we
don't
lose
put them on. So
But-
I don't even know where the part is to Vivo. But
don't
anyway, back to our regular scheduled program.
Again, it was the first official project for us on Never Done Projects. And I had done shit a brick in the middle of the DMV because she said she didn't know what to do with it. Luckily, another lady's ran into this before. She said, oh, if it's had tags on it while the tags were renewed during the computer system era, everything's uploaded electronically. We just have to transfer his name to it and it'll give him a new title. I wanted to ask for the original back, but they don't really do that here.
No, then you'd have two. That's illegal.
That's illegal. But
I know. Let me tell you, that's another story.
That's another story for another day on the camera. But I just knew I just got shafted. Then I got home, realized the starter was broke so bad, like the not the ears, not the gear that comes out to spin the flex plate. No, the whole housing was broken half of the starter. I'm like, oh shit, this guy lied to me.
Well,
First of all, he lied.
he did lie, but it's all good.
Let me tell you how I think he lied. When you pull the dipstick out, and me never looking at a vehicle before, because it didn't run anyway, so it's not like it damn mattered. I never pulled the dipstick. Never pulled the transmission dipstick. both of them bone dry. So whenever I pulled the motor out, I bought all new gaskets for everything. I even bought a new intake because it was a quadrajet intake with a 4-barrel conversion that was limiting the 4 blades basically down to 2. So basically I had a 2-barrel on top of it. And I got new intake gaskets, a new intake. It was a single plane jegs intake. I got new gaskets for the valve covers, new gasket for the oil pan.
And none of them's been used because we ended up finding out the motor was trash.
We pulled the motor out, and when we took the valve cover off, there was double nutted rockers. There was rockers that they're press fit into these old 010 blocks, or these old heads. That was lifting out. That was not that the double nutted one was lifting out too. And when we dropped the oil pan, it was like there's a little bit of shiny's fine.
As he said, shinier than his wife's wedding ring.
It definitely ain't shinier than mine because mine's probably urethane or something. But
Cheap.
that's okay. I break them. I got a nice one at home. I don't even like wearing it. But I ran my finger in it and I looked at Eddie. I said, we got a problem.
And then the marketplace started looking for the motor.
Went on Marketplace, found a guy in Raleigh or near Raleigh. And
I wish we'd have kept his numbers and everything because I'm telling y'all.
his son or grandson listed the motor.
Well, I'm telling y'all that motor, whatever, I would buy another one from him because right now, we've not went out and run it out, of course, but
Y'all heard it.
it's bad.
That's what makes me want to build. I've always wanted to build motors, but then when you get that one, really makes me want to do it because he says it's a stock style cam, forged H or I-beam rods, and a valve job. If that's all it takes to make a motor sound like that and be as peppy as that, because I mean it's all the time full wheel drive. But whenever you blip the throttle and the whole truck jolts,
We've actually thought about getting a 2-wheel drive and switching the motor out.
wouldn't take much for me to drop an LS in that one and just take the 350 out. And Daddy's already said he'll put it in his orange truck.
I thought about it.
He would get rid of his orange truck's motor to run Black Betty's motor.
I would, and I'd probably put a fuel injection on top of it,
But
still. Anyway, we're going
however
off
you
on something
look at
else.
it,
But what we're
there's
getting
a lot
at,
of stuff that's changed. There's a lot of stories to be told, and it's us.
it's us.
And
The
you
two of
talk
us.
to Grandpito Vic, you talk to Adam, you talk to Vic, you talk to Mac, you talk to all these people. We're the same person in person than we are on the other side of this camera.
We're two different people, but we're still the same.
But we're the same people
Off
on this side
and
of
on
the
the
camera,
camera.
than when we turn it off.
We are. And now, whether you like it or not, you're going to know where you stand with us. So anyway, we're going to draw this to an end.
Before we talk for 3 hours, we got a premiere to get to.
I can do it, but I want to tell you again, thank you. And I think that's what he's trying to say, thank you. And
we got a long way to go.
we do, but we are on the move on the hours. It's starting to move up. Hopefully that don't, take another dive.
And again,
but
it's because of y'all.
it is. Each and every one of y'all that watch, I don't know where he's going now, but each and every one of y'all that watch, I want to tell you thank you.
Oh, sorry, I'm awake now.
He don't like me talking. He's ready to go. Y'all have a good day. Thank you. Oh,
Again, thank you for watching.
that's right.
That was 24 minutes.
I was going to tell another one-liner, but
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I drew a blank mind, so I can't. I'm
Brain fart.
I like the little. I can't get it off my head about the left-handed person, but that's good. Anyway, here we go. Thank y'all.